I have a video coming out a little bit later about how Strange New Worlds must succeed if we want to keep Star Trek on our screens. And I've just watched the first episode of Season 2. There will be spoilers ahead. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was very good, if I'm honest. The storyline was okay, fair enough. There's a conspiracy on a Klingon world that we share with the Federation, or they share with the Federation, that's got loads of dilithium on it. There's basically a cabal that now control that want the war to start again because they made a load of money during the war because all the ships are being destroyed, need to be replaced, and blah, blah, blah. So they were going to trigger a new conflict with the Klingons and the Federation. That's fine. The Klingons look weird again. I know in this, basically, they're trying to make out now that the Klingons all look different. And that's fine, because then that explains why they look different in the movies and in the first couple of seasons of Discovery and so on and so on. So what they've done is during the episode, we see lots and lots of different type of head gear, and they all look a bit different. That's fine, but it's annoying when you start noticing that they all look different, and it's a bit, and then you realise why they've done it. Fine. There is a lot on here, though. It's style over substance. Very cool special effects. Very cool sort of like brief ship battle that there is, and, the lots of manoeuvres and spinning round and things. But it's like, it's unnecessary. And there's not really a lot happening, but there's a lot of lens flares and a lot of flipping about and what have you. It feels like J.J. Abrams' influence again, to me. Kurtzman, damn you. Just because you're involved in the J.J. Abrams movies doesn't mean you have to keep bringing that into this new series. The music all the way through the episode, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it yet, watch it with Star Wars in mind. Just think, does this sound a bit like Star Wars? If you close your eyes, am I watching a Star Wars movie? And you're like, and that's all I could think about it all the way through. It didn't feel like Star Trek. It felt like Star Wars. Anyway, you get in the comments, please, though, and tell me whether you agree with me on that. If you now have planted the idea in your head. Anson Mount is by far the best thing from Strange New Worlds, and he's not in this episode, barely. He's in the first couple of minutes. He has a chat with number one. He then bugs off. Has 3 days annual leave. Tells Spock, just as he's leaving, you won't even need to leave space dock, don't worry. And I'm like, he's going to leave space dock. And then weirdly, he does. They steal the Enterprise. Now, they do divert a war. So I'm sure they'll explain this in the next episode. But just because they divert a war doesn't mean they just get away with this scot-free. They would still be court-martialed. So, The Klingons then, because basically these cabal of enemy, people that run this mine, have found or built a Federation ship. And now they're going to attack a Klingon battlecruiser in orbit, and that's going to start the conflict. The Enterprise then turns up and destroys the ship right in front of the Klingons. Now, the Klingons don't fire. Instead, they have a chat with Spock, and they then decide over blood wine that all is fine and that he's a Vulcan that doesn't act like a Vulcan. My other pet peeve from this episode, he also doesn't act like Spock. We know the Spock character. We know the Spock character from the original series. They are rewriting that character quite a lot. Now, they're basically saying that he's emotional at the moment because he had to release his anger during the last episode, during the attack of the Gorn, and he basically can't put the genie back in the bottle just yet. We've seen that before, and it's fine, but it's a little tedious, and it's actually a little cheesy to watch. Talking about difficult to watch, though, Carol Kane's character in this, I think her name was Pelia. Now, apparently she is a race that live nearly forever, that hid amongst humans until the 22nd century. Never heard of them before, but apparently. And she is a little bit difficult to watch. Now, I loved her in Scrooge, and that's the only other thing I've ever seen her in. It's the only other thing I know about her. But in this, the way she speaks, etc., it's irritating. And it's difficult, and it's not funny, and it's just a bit strange, and it is difficult to watch. And thinking about funny, Star Trek this episode kept trying to be funny. At one point, they're stealing the Enterprise, and Ortega turns around to Spock and just sort of says, "What's your thing? You know, you're gonna have the command. You got what's your thing? You know, Picard, make it so, and you know, blah blah blah." Obviously, they don't know about Picard, but you know, so Pike has got his thing. What's yours? And he said, "I would like now to make the ship go." And they're trying to be funny, but actually they're in the middle of stealing a Federation starship, and she then spends a good 60 seconds turning around going, "Come on, what's your thing?" And this irrelevant banter, which doesn't come across as funny, it just comes across as illogical mess. I really didn't like this episode. I really, really wanted to, and I was really excited about it, but it's really disappointed me. I'm hoping the rest of the season picks up when Anson Mount does come back. I know we're going to get Kirk back in the next couple of episodes, which I'm not looking forward to because I really don't like the guy that they have got playing him. Sorry, I just really, really don't like it. But guys, once you have seen it, get into the comments and tell me what you think. And this is all opinion. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm a bad person. You know, Trekkies out there that did enjoy it, please tell me why you enjoyed it. I'd love to know, because I think, you know, I need to look at it a different way or something. But basically, my thinking is this was style over substance. And actually, it just wasn't very good. It wasn't well written. But guys, I'd love to know what you think. So get in the comments. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. It really helps us out. And you can go to patreon.com/SciTrek, where most of our new videos do premiere first. Guys, as always, live long and prosper. I'll see you next time.